Hello and welcome to the Year 8 Options Evening at Abbey College. If you don't already know me, I'm Mr. Huggins, a biologist at the college, and I'd like to give you a brief overview of what you'll be studying during your GCSE years. You'll study biology, chemistry and physics over the next 3 years, building on the knowledge you've already gained here. I'd like to run through the course very briefly with you now. This year in biology, you'll have covered breathing and digestion, variation and inheritance, and you'll have started some plant biology. Next year, you'll start by studying cells, the building blocks of life, and how they make up organs and organisms. This will lead into the study of disease, the heart, and the circulatory system. In year 10, you'll move on to study energy transfers in biology, through respiration, through photosynthesis, and you'll advance your knowledge of disease by studying vaccination, immunity, and then you'll be introduced to the topic of genetics. In your final year, year 11, you'll relate genetics to modern-day farming techniques and to the theory of evolution by natural selection, made famous by Charles Darwin. In your chemistry, this year you'll have covered the periodic table of elements, you'll have looked at some of the types of chemical reactions that can occur. And the GCSE in chemistry will take you through each of these topics in more detail. Next year you'll cover the periodic table, you'll perform some experiments so that you can observe the properties of certain elements. This will lead into the 3 types of bonding that you'll learn about during your GCSEs. In year 10 you'll cover electrolysis, which is using electricity to purify elements. You'll also study how the energy stored in chemicals changes over the course of a reaction. In year 11, you'll study chemical analysis, which is a precursor to forensics and forensic chemistry. We'll also look at how we use chemistry to make the most of the Earth's resources, whether that be building materials or producing drinking water. And finally, physics. This year, you'll have looked at forces, you'll have studied pressure, and you'll eventually look at heating and cooling. And all of these topics are built upon over the course of the next 3 years. Next year, you'll look at the particle model in detail, using equations, using mathematics, to explain the properties of matter. You'll learn about radiation and radioactivity. In year 10, you'll study electricity in further detail to the material that you've already covered in year 7. You'll move on to forces, energy and waves, and again further use equations to explain these phenomena. In your final year, in year 11, you'll round off your study covering magnetism and electromagnetism alongside some extremely cool space physics. Each of these subjects has their own required practical activities, and I've pictured some of them here. And there are over 25 different required practical activities related to this program of study, and over the course of the 3 years we'll have the opportunity to experience all of them. Additionally, there will be many opportunities to explore careers relating to the sciences during the course of study. Here I've pictured some of the careers opportunities related to the study of biology, and this is only a fraction of the thousands of jobs related to science. Okay, so if you're interested in any of these professions, whether you're interested in being a physical trainer, a physical therapist, or a teacher, or working in medicine, or in a zoo, or any of those sorts of jobs, biology is one of those 3 that will take you there. And of course there are other jobs related to chemistry and physics that you'll learn about over the course of study. This was only a brief snapshot into science at Abbey College, and if you want any more information on any more of the topics, please feel free to contact either myself or my colleagues, Madam Warren, Madam Batchford or Mr. Hodges, for more information. And I look forward to studying science with you over the next 3 years.